Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of She Plays Final Fantasy XIV, The Realm Reborn, with Kovu and Celine. The last time we left off, I do believe we did Tamtara Deepcroft. Yeah, I think that was it. This time, we're actually going to go ahead and get some more scholar abilities, but in order to do that, we need to do some scholarly quests. And I do say that because we hit level 40! Now granted that was a little while ago, but you know what? You're never too late. Never too late! And we're gonna learn leeches, which is gonna be quite important. How curious that you always come at the most opportune time, Kovu. 'Tis divine providence, almost. Doubly so, since we have both been blessed with the chance to refine our respective arts. You see, in your absence I have been studying a section of the Nemean treatise detailing marauder fighting techniques. The fundamentals do not differ much from modern methods, but there is a slight variations in footworks and grip, as well as the distinctions between the various ranges and the attacks best employed when... forgive me, I lost sight of the more pertinent point. Nemean scholars and marauders fought side by side, yes? Well, now you and I have an opportunity to do the same. A Tonberry has been spotted in Bronze Lake, and the Marauders Guild has been asked to dispatch it. Since Tonberries dwell within the Wanderer's Palace, an ancient Nemean temple recently discovered in the wake of the calamity, there is a strong possibility that the creatures have resided there since before the fall of Nim. Do you follow my reasoning, Kovu? These malevolent creatures may have overrun the temple and claimed it for their own at the height of Nemean civilization. They may have posed a major threat to the ancient people, even. If so, then surely facing one in battle would rekindle the memories of your fairy. Even if I am mistaken, that Tonberry poses a threat to the locals. Moreover, I would very much like to put my newly learned Nemean techniques to the test. So, we will rendezvous outside of Wanderer's Palace, yes? I guess so. Ah, Alkazoka. What? You have a fight for us as well. This will be interesting. Well met, Kovu. I had only just arrived myself. 'Twas in the vicinity that the Tonberry was last sighted. With luck, it will not have gone far. Look! Atop the stairs! My son, my dear son, at long last, I... The rancor, it rises. It rises. It comes. Ruh-roh, Raggy. What are you doing? Move, damn you! My... Confound it all! That thing can run fast. Huh. Ah, what happened, Kovu? I thought you could control her. I apologize. I know you've only just begun to work with the fairy. Some disobedience is to be expected. Axemaster Wernzoen will be disappointed, but there is naught we can do. The Tonberry is long gone. Let us return to Limsa. And we're back to the Marauders Guild. Ah, Kovu, permit me to apologize a second time. Earlier, I was flustered and not myself. In the aftermath of the Tonberry's escape, I completely overlooked our accomplishments. We confirmed the viability of Nymeana tactics and proved a scholar and a marauder working in tandem is a force to be reckoned with, wouldn't you say? And correct me if I'm mistaken, but your fairy regained some of her memory, yes? With that in mind, I feel comfortable claiming that this was a worthwhile endeavor. However, do try and gain greater mastery over your minion, Kovu. I would hate for a repeat of that incident. I don't know if we'll be able to control her, Mr. Alkazolka. Now that I would say would be too short of an episode to end there, so I have another thing in mind. Hello, Beaton. I have come to accept another quest for my carpenter. Ah, Kovu, my thoughts have turned to you lately. I trust you have honed your skills further since last we met. In that case, I have a request. Mayhap you have made iron lances before for your customers, however you have not made them for me. As you doubtless know, my standards differ from those of others. An iron lance's design is one of elegance and simplicity, and I would see you demonstrate your understanding of those qualities through your work. This I ask of all my charges. The iron lance is a marriage of elm, iron, and leather. As you are doubtless aware, the requisite elm lumber and circles of leather are readily available within the city. Iron ingots, however, are much rarer, as they are forged by the smiths of Limsa. Curing them will prove far more problematic. You must steel yourself for a long and arduous journey, Kovu. The wilderness is infested with unspeakable horrors, and the roads are watched by bandit hordes. Ah, but I jest. While such arduous character-building trails may have been possible once upon a time, they are, alas, simply unfeasible now. You need only browse the market boards or enlist the aid of a blacksmithing associate to obtain the iron you require. Oh, and there's but one more thing you must needs do. I would have you attach a single materia to the lance you craft. Any type will suffice. I find it hard to believe that an experienced adventurer like yourself could be unfamiliar with the substance, but on the off chance that you are, I suggest you seek out the goblin fellow in central Sandaland. There is no one more knowledgeable on the subject, or so I have heard. When you are in possession of all the necessary materials, I bid you craft me a single materia-enhanced iron lance. Oh boy. Well, we already do know how to make materia. However, I think I've sold all my materia, so let's see what we can get. Kinda get the feeling like I was supposed to be doing something. Oh yeah, crafting! Alrighty, so now that we're in the comfort of our FC home, we are in the crafting room that we have handily-dandily available, and right here is what I need, is the carpenter's bench. So we're going to go ahead and select that. And now that we're taking use of the crafting facility, our maximum CP is increased for crafters level 50 and below, which is definitely us because we're only level 21. And I went to our cute little manservant of our table and got this flatbread, which will be, for the most part, useless to us, except for the fact that it's going to give us a 3% XP boost. So we already got all of our materials. The iron ingot I made by myself. You can see my name is actually on there. Wait a minute, your name's not Mini Ninja. Actually, it is my silly friends. That's my main character. But so anyway, yeah, I made that on my main character. Then we have the elm lumber, the material that we're going to need to enhance onto it. Leather is not necessary, but we do need hard leather, and I brought some high quality elm lumber just in case. So I think we have everything. Yep, elm lumber, iron ingot, and hard leather. And you want to see something that's actually pretty cool, recently added into the crafting thing. Notice how there's a little red thing right here. I right click this and I added it to my favorites. Now right now, since it's already on my favorites, it'll ask me to remove it, which we're not going to do. But that is a handy dandy little feature. So if you like making particular particular things, quite often just add it to your favorite list, and it's a lot easier to find. Or you can just do the recipe research search, which we used to not have. But anyway, we have all of our stuff, so we're going to go ahead and try to craft something. Let's go ahead and synthesize here. And here we go. There we go. Now we made that pretty fast. So all we have to do now is attach materia to it, which I think... Hold on one sec. Willy. So we got two people that we have to deal with here. Oh, by the way, what do you think about Chocobo? I got it a nice Dalamud red, which I covered details in that episode that was lost. But I'll have to go into details with that with you guys again another time. But until then, let's talk to these guys. Marvelous immutable materia. Riddle me this, friend. Have ye ever found yourself in an unfortunate situation where your pockets were near to bursting with all manner of materia, save for the source ye wanted the most? Well, I have, and I tell ye, it felt like I brought a sack full of fishing poles to a gold mine. Now I ask ye, what if there were a way to melt down a couple pieces of material that weren't availing you not, and mold them into a shiny new piece that, Naimia willing, just might strike your fancy? Now, if you're as sharp as I reckon you are, you can already see where I'm heading with this. Aye, that's right, thanks to Master Madamux. Now you can do just that, or at least Master Madamux can do it for you. The most handy procedure is something we call the shifty making. Rather, that's what Master Mutamix calls it. Myself, I've coined the term transmutation, which I'm hoping might find favor with adventurers like yourself. How's it all work, you ask? Ah, I could tell ye, but why ask a student when you can learn from the master? You'll find Mutamix right over there, likely jumping out of his boots looking to trade tongue flaps about his discovery. Okay, alright. Easy. Uplander seeks knowings of shifty making, yes? Then Uplander should make openings to tongue flaps of Mutamix. Process of shifty making is a big help use. First, be taking 5 need not materias. Melty mix this one, mixy melt that one, squeeze and squash, then big eyes. 5 need not are reborn as one shiny new. But shifty making is not simple like crafty making. Knowings of shifty making are much and many in Uplander's brain case, though big for Uplander is small. Uplander need not be making worry face. If Uplander has many need not materia, bring them to Tent Ring. Mutamix will shifty make for Uplander. Alright, so basically I take 5 materia that I don't want, and he'll turn them into 1 materia that I might want. Yeah, alright. That's handy, I guess. Alrighty, Phobos, what do you have to say? You do have melding, right? Yep, materia melding, this is what we want. Why, hello there, I see you're a disciple of hand like me. Mayhap you're interested in learning how to meld materia to gear? If so, it'd be my pleasure to teach you. Why, yes, I would be happy to learn. Ready to begin? Good. Now then, there are 2 important things to keep in mind when melding materia. The first of these is carbonized matter, catalyst required in the melding process. The substance is found throughout nature. If you want to know how to go about gathering it, Kokoshamu there can help you. Now, you need to be aware of materia slots. Arms and armor each have a certain number of these slots, and this determines how many pieces of materia they can host. Normally, an item cannot host more pieces of material than it has slots. However, as with most other things in life, there are certain exceptions. But this sort of knowledge is for later down the road. After you've become more experienced, you may want to broach the subject matter with Master Mutamix. Now off you go. Happy melding. Well, that was pretty easy. Alright then, I guess we're gonna talk to Mutamix again. Okay, Mutamix, speak to me. Uplander is joiner of materia? Uplander desires to join muchly, yes? Then Mutamix makes brain case if Uplander rattle with secret knowings of materia. But first, Uplander must be proving readiness. Uplander showy do attaching 8 pieces of materia, then let Uplander and Mudmix trade tongue flaps again. I gotta do 8 pieces of materia? Oh, right before him. Well, we have to do one anyway, so let's go ahead and do this one. So we right click, we learned our ability. Let's hit meld here. And the dexterity, there is a 100% chance of success, but we need to get carbonized matter. So let's get some carbonized matter first. Alrighty, so if you're like me and you don't feel like paying stupid prices for carbonized matter, all you have to do is come here to boop-a-doop-a-doop, Middle Anasia, the 3-mile bend. I'm right around this part right here. And you'll find some interesting rocky outcrops here. I am losing frames like crazy. And you'll find the grade 1 carbonized matter right here. All you have to do is be like a level 20 or more miner, which should be pretty easy. Whoops, that's actually not what I meant to do. But yeah, just collect the stuff here and you'll have your carbonized matter. Alright, so I've gathered all the things I think I need. So I've grabbed some materia, lots and lots of materia, enough ingredients to make about 8 more staves, even though I technically only need to make 7 more staves. We'll see what happens, and then we're going to meld all the material, but we're going to do all of it here while we're in front of bubbly bots. You don't want to go anywhere else when you meld this, or else it's not going to count. I learned that the hard way one time. Alright, so let's get started. Okay, I've melded pretty much all of them except for the high quality lance that I wanted to meld before. So we're going to go ahead and show you what happens when you meld the stuff. So you click the right click meld, you bring up this menu, you see the material that you have. You'll see in the bottom there the enchantments that are available. That's new. That wasn't there before. So for example, with this one, I don't believe we can increase the Iron Lance high quality by strength, determination, or vitality anymore. All we can do is increase the mind. Let's see, dexterity. Oh, okay, the dexterity is what we're gonna do. So let's go ahead and select that, and it says we have a 100% success rate. We're gonna meld that. And it was a success, so there we go. We melded all 8 pieces right in front of Mutamix, but I guess we can't turn it in yet. Oh, we have to be level 25. I melded gear for you, man. I melded gear for you. Well, that's fine. At least Beaton can understand someone who's crafting, unlike Sir Goblin. Is your lance ready? I'm eager to see what you have wrought. Well, here you go. I don't know if high quality increases quest, but whatever. You do not disappoint, Kovu. Your lance exceeds my expectations. These formidable weapons were originally intended for use by the Ishgarden cavalry, and were designed with the aim of maximizing their bearer's effectiveness on the field of battle. But utilizing the speed of this mount, a lance-wielding knight could easily deliver a devastating blow that would cripple if not outright kill. But this mode of attack placed significant strain on both the rider and his weapon. Should the latter fail, the knight would be left defenseless. Needless to say, the Iron Lance proved to be anything but prone to failure, eventually prompting Gridania's woodwailers to adopt it as their own. The differences between the modern Gridanian weapon and the Ishgardian original are not so substantial, amounting to little more than a smaller vamlet. Our lances do not require the same protection as a mounted knight, you see. Fascinating, is it not? The history our weapons carry, how they changed and evolved to meet different demands. Truly all things possess potential for growth, weapons and armor, forests and cities, and aspiring carpenters. Remember this too, Kovu. The Iron Lance is a marvelous weapon, not because it does not bend at the moment of impact, but because it does not break. To bend yet not break, to endure and persevere, and finally triumph. When I gaze upon this lance, I am reminded of the singular importance of resolve, a quality I saw in you when first you joined us, and that will serve you well in the future. Whatever troubles you may face, remain resolute as an Iron Lance, and you will succeed. We're getting a new saw and some stuff. Let's see here. None of that we really need, so we're just gonna go for the money. And on that note, I do believe I'm about to head out. So thank you very much for joining me for this episode of She Plays Final Fantasy XIV: Realm Reborn. And I'll see you guys next time.